Unfortunately, we lost Black Rob after talking about him, I believe, in the last episode. Um,
Hmm.
if not
Yeah,
the
I
last
don't
episode,
think
it
he
was in our
came up.
group chat. I think it
no,
was
we
in our
talked
group
about it in
chat.
the group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as we brought him up, it was pretty much like the next day or two he had passed.
Yeah, it was like he got out.
Black Rob, say again.
He got out the hospital, right?
I thought he was getting ready to get out. I'm not sure if he was getting out because I remember if when he was to get out, he had nowhere to go, and people were raising funds for him to get somewhere to stay.
Mm.
But I don't know what was to come of it. Do you guys want to kind of talk about what we talked about in the group chat in regards to if Diddy is responsible to find a place for him to live or not? You guys feel about that?
Well, I don't feel like
Anybody?
Diddy's responsible to. Like I said, Diddy's probably not responsible because one, we don't know what Diddy has been doing for the man. For all we know, Diddy could have been helping that man out all this time, and not to
And
say
people
Black
are
Rob
pointing
was,
fingers like as if he didn't do anything.
yeah,
Hmm.
but like we don't know what he actually really did. And if even if he didn't do anything, that was your artist.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, but he made millions off him. To be
yeah,
fair,
but I mean, your job make millions off of you. You think they're gonna be like, oh my God, let's give Barrett a statue?
I would hope
No,
not
you're
a
not getting
statue,
the
but at
statue.
least
What do you get it?
take care of my family. Somebody,
Yeah.
You think
something.
they're gonna take care of your family forever?
Not forever. At least give
Right,
him some kind of like lump sum,
It's
right.
not an
something.
Well,
obligation.
that's what.
Like it's a
Yeah, they're
choice.
It's
not.
not an obligation at
Yeah.
all.
That's why you buy life insurance. You see, that's what that's for.
But does hip hop have life insurance? Which kind of plays into the next title, which the hip hop union. Should hip hop get a union?
Um,
I didn't
is that
see
what you
that
meant by
coming
that?
either.
Yes.
Or you
Okay.
meant like
Um,
some people were like going to collab go off. Go off. I didn't see that coming. I
we
wasn't
potted
prepared
what
for
we
that.
potted.
I meant like a union, like like a retirement, like a
Right.
401k.
I thought you meant
Southern
like
rap,
a union
East
together,
Coast rap,
like
West Coast
Nah,
rap. Like
pop union.
I mean it's kind of the same thing.
I don't know if that.
Not
I
the
don't.
same thing because a union inside of
Kind
hip
of.
hop is different.
Well, I mean it's all artists coming together to establish like, hey, there should be some kind of payout of over time for your contributions because being a rapper is not your typical job. Also, I think more resources should be afforded
Work.
to new artists and how to like manage
It,
money,
it
things
works
like
for the
that.
Screen Actors
Because a
Guild.
lot of
I don't see
artists
why it
come in
couldn't
the
work.
game, lose
Works
all
for the
their
Screen Actors.
money,
The Screen
But
Actors
and then
Guild
what
is
do
a
they have?
union essentially.
I I only say I don't see that happening because that would require the labels and all the bigger people to pay people to learn new things. So you're paying them to make music and you're paying for them to go get lessons into money management and artist development and all of this stuff just so they can
Mm.
know how to use their money. When in turn, you can't really tell somebody how to spend their money.
I mean, you can't tell them, but you can educate them. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you're
And
about to
offer them
come into a
options.
large sum of money.
Yeah, but why is that?
Um,
Why is that their? Why is as the employer? Why is that your job? To
I mean, I guess it falls back to the whole Black Rob thing. It's not necessarily an obligation, but I feel like it should be extended. Because this is constantly happening in hip hop. We have people retiring or going broke because they're not used to having money. You go from this kid from an inner city to these millions of dollars, and you got all these people with their hands out, and it's like you feel obligated to the people that you grew up with. Like I got to give Dexter, I got to give him 10,000 because he helped me out at this corner store that one time. Or my aunt, she let me stay on her bed when my mom was tripping, so here's 20,000. Then meanwhile, you kind of look at the account, you ain't got nothing for yourself.
yeah, but that's
So
self accountability.
I want to say something, right? So in the last week, I think I've seen two interviews so far. One is Master P Breakfast Club, where he talked about a hip hop union. And I think Joe Budden on their podcast they spoke about it, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I agree with Master P's point in terms of a union where artists should be getting together and I guess collaborating on opportunities for like businesses and things of that nature. Like in terms of creating generational wealth um,
Mm-hmm.
or opportunities to make money outside of hip hop, like being a performer, an artist, lyricist, or what have you, a singer songwriter is not the end all be all. And Master P
Yeah,
spoke
it's gotta
about
be in
how a lot of artists get stuck in just that. And if you think about Master P, this man
He's
is a
been
a
everywhere.
goddamn
He's
a
been
brand
everywhere.
guru. Like he got all kind of
Master P
things,
has done
food, sneakers,
everything. Literally
everything.
everything.
And on Breakfast Love, he was talking about that how he feel like a lot of artists need that type of mindset, so they later down the line, like BJ, what you were saying, like they're not, I guess, become broke or they don't fail in
Mm-hmm.
life because hip hop, a lot of hip hop or rappers or just entertainers in general, like they don't have longevity. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah, most
Yeah,
artists are in or out within 5 years.
yeah.
You
And
know,
they're
it's
Yeah,
not
like,
very.
they're not using their money wisely if they do get money from these contracts or what have you. So
but
I
again,
think
Yeah,
like,
it
but
should be
who mentors them to?
exactly. I think that's the issue. Not even hip hop. I would say even in the inner cities now, like there's no real like the OGs are like 25 years old. Like they're looking up the kids that are kids. There's no real like old head figure in the community anymore,
right, but
and that's very apparent. What are you gonna say?
no, but when we talking about hip hop, like if you, for example, become a rapper, I feel like there's
Mm-hmm.
people that rappers can go to. Well, it seems like online, like for example, Rick Ross, Jay Z,
Mm-hmm.
who else like has those that like a business mind, Nas. Like I feel like if certain artists, if they reach a certain stature, they can reach out to these people and learn from
I get
them,
what you're saying.
if that makes sense. I mean, it
Yeah,
might
but
not
that
be the
you
easiest.
just mentioned,
It may not
but
be
you just
easy to
mentioned a
reach
certain
these people,
stature.
but I feel like, yeah, but I feel like in a way that they lay out a blueprint. Like if you watch these artists, you can see what they're doing, and you can kind of try to mirror
Mm-hmm.
that, even though you don't have everything concretely in your hand or in front of you, but you can kind of pull from what you're seeing online, for example. So,
Bro,
yeah,
even not even like Main Street art. Like, look at Chameleon there, bro. He came, made
Yeah,
his
what about
money,
them?
took it, flipped it. He took it and
he's
flipped
pretty
it.
good with like a
He's
Yeah,
in a
tech, I believe.
lot of tech, a lot of tech, and
I didn't know that.
it's just about who you have around you. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it comes down to me. It's about who's in your ear or who you looking up to. Like, what is your end goal? It's not. I don't think it should be everyone's universally because that's like I can't just go to somebody and be like, "Yo, we need to do this without money," and they look at because I don't know their situation. I don't know if they need like their money to
Should
do something
I
for
think
their
the word
family.
you want to use is should.
Should what?
You said we need to
I think
do this without money, but
I think if I
like
could
I
just
was saying
clarify,
earlier,
I
Well,
think
I
offer
what
them the
mean,
and
but
option
that's
correct
what
me if
that
I'm
they
wrong,
should.
Dellz, of course. I think what he's just trying to say, like, let's say that you have like the resources to make a business or whatever have you, and I, who have no business experience whatsoever, just come up to you and is like, "Yo, we should do XYZ business together and put this here." And I'm the one with all the ideas, whatever have you. Yet I have no credentials, no track record to speak of whatsoever. But I'm coming to you because you have the resources, and I'm telling you we need to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of that in some cases, like just on the general topic of money, I used to always say like high school students should watch that ESPN 30 for 30 broke because more often than not, a lot of people listen to a lot of people. Yeah, like a lot of people
With
listen to
Chad,
other
what's the
people
name, was on there.
who,
Yeah,
while they have
give some
ideas and
notes.
stuff, don't necessarily have the wherewithal or the know-how how to execute said idea. So ideas sound nice and everything. Like the idea of a hip hop union and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
sounds nice, but how exactly is it going to be executed? That's like the meat and potatoes of the issue. It's like because you need a governing body if it's going to be a union.
yeah, that's
People have to pay dues. Who are they going to have? Who are they going to pay dues to? What like resources for like health insurance are they going to use and stuff like that? It's a lot of unanswered questions and stuff that you have to think of just like outside of the idea. Like it's
I'm about
nice
to
to
go into
hear an
it.
idea and think about how it will grow, but the semantics of said idea has to be executed in some way, shape, or form. And with money, that really makes things complicated.
Okay.
Yep.
With
Yeah.
that
I mean, well,
said,
this
I
is an
think
open. I
now
don't.
I'm kind of reserved
This
on
is an
my
open
answer.
forum. You can say what you want.
Because no, the hip hop union, if you put it in your terms, like it can be
That's any
difficult.
union.
But
That's
it
I'm
could be
thinking
any
done
back
union.
also.
on like what I was saying about Master P, like this whole idea of artists or entertainers becoming business owners
More
or
than
having
yes.
opportunities to create wealth outside of being just an entertainer. But that's two different
Yeah, but not
conversations. But yeah,
No,
yeah, but not all
but he's
businesses,
but Eric has a
succeed.
point,
So you can
and
start
Master
this
P has a point
business
that's
too.
and
Like
you end
true.
up losing money.
being an entertainer in a lot of cases does have a shelf life, and it's a shelf life that could come out of nowhere. So it would only help you to get into more than one avenue to try to make money.
Yeah.
Yes.
hmm
It's
Yeah,
not,
I
Yeah,
don't think that's considered
but it's
unionizing.
well, I mean, it
Yeah, that's
ties
what I was
into it
saying. That's
because
something completely
unions do
different.
send
yeah, it's
their
two separate
Yeah.
employees
conversations.
that are under a union out to trainings to learn stuff. So it is a way to perpetuate wealth.
True.
In a sense.
If it made sense,
But
I would hope that they'll do it. That's all I
yeah,
would
but
say
my
to
thing
that.
is,
Eventually,
That's my
it
do
seems
answer.
you
like
feel
they're
like
working on it.
To keep it
Master
simple.
P
Yeah.
is reaching out to people to help them, or is Master P just helping his artists?
I'm not exactly
I'm
sure,
sure
but I
Master P
know
would
on
help
our
anybody.
Instagram, for example, he does this thing with black businesses. See, I can't. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. But in terms of business ownership online, he is like doing this weekly thing where he puts black businesses on a map and he showcases them, lets them talk about their situation, and he partners with them, I think, but basically giving them an opportunity to talk about their business and connect with other people online or other
Other
customers.
people.
Yeah.
That's
I
Um,
dope.
mean, it's all about
It's just
community reach back. I think, like it's kind of pulls into the whole Gunner and Young Thug. They recently went to an Atlanta jail, and they bailed out about 20 to 30 inmates that were in jail for like no violent crime, non-violent crime, and it's like stuff like that. I like seeing stuff like that because all these people have money, and it's like you come from the same place that while they're not obligated. Um, it's nice to see them do it anyway because
mhm.
they don't have to, but they have the resources, and coming up, there's a lot of people in jail just because they can't afford bail, and they're just
facts.
sitting there.
But that's
So
changing. The laws around bail,
yeah,
bail reform, yeah, that's changing.